As a daily commuter to Hinjewadi, many of us witnessed the common traffic problems faced by all of us. This made us realize the need to come up with an initiative which could help us to optimize the Hinjewadi traffic, and this inspired the NetImpact Pune team to take the initiative as Hinjewadi Traffic Optimization, which aimed at conducting the online survey and making some informed decisions based on the facts collected from the survey. And these facts we intended to share with the various stakeholders from government, corporate, and NGO community to make some futuristic decisions to reduce this problem at large.
Very interesting and relevant survey that you have done, and from the features which you highlighted for me, it's evident that most of the traffic you get to Hinjawadi comes from Aund and from Kothur, and there are two major peaks that you get during the day. The morning is from 6 o'clock right up to 11 o'clock, and the evening is from 4 o'clock right up to 10 o'clock in the night. So it's obvious that these are two time points that need to be handled for traffic going to Hinjawadi and coming from Hinjawadi in the evening. It's also quite obvious from the survey that a lot of people would prefer to actually travel by public transportation wherever feasible. And it's quite interesting to see that people from all modes of transport were willing to actually make the switch to public transport if the public transport system actually improved. And it was interesting to also note that the frequency of buses was one of the prime points that they indicated that would make life far easier for them. So if you were to look at, a number of these findings that you have come up with, it's apparent that in the short run, there needs to be an increase of buses which fly to Hinjawadi in the morning between 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And there needs to be an increase of frequency of buses flying from Hinjawadi back to Aund and Kothur particularly, and maybe to further destinations like Swargate and Koregaon Park, sometime between 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the evening. This, I think, would probably address the immediate needs as far as the public transportation system is concerned. If you were to look at the longer term, then I think there are a number of levels at which solutions can be addressed. And I think it's pretty obvious to anybody who goes to Hinjawadi that you do need to have better access roads, and it's further expanding to other phases. So there's going to be an ever more growth of traffic to Hinjawadi, and you cannot just rely on one access road to all these phases. So obviously there has to be a design of road networks that will match the kind of traffic that is going to be built up in this region. Over the last 40 years, I've observed Pune's traffic networks and public transportation systems, and they have not really evolved in the direction or modernized in the way they should have as per international standards, and we need to have major changes there. Apart from that, we do need to have a lot of scientific basis for making decisions. Today, decisions are made without data, and I'm very happy that you now have generated enough data for Hinjawadi to be able to make informed decisions about bus routes and traffic networks in this location. I think we need to look at making traveling through public transportation easy. It's a big challenge to choose the right frequency of buses which go to different locations. We need to have mechanisms which will give us real-time data on the demand that exists from one location to another. In order to do that, I think something like Pune cards or electronic cards, virtual cards that I've been talking about in Pune for a long time can be used in order to give cashless as well as easy travel throughout Pune, as well as gather data about the needs of people to travel from various points of origin to points of destination.
Hinjewadi IT Park, as far as the access roads that we have to Hinjewadi, and currently there is just one access road that takes you to Hinjewadi, and this access road is full of vehicles, which leads to a lot of congestion, pollution and other related problems. And the primary cause for this problem really is the fact that there are lots of vehicles. The problem is that too many people are using their own two-wheelers, four-wheelers to commute to work, and two-wheelers and four-wheelers are inefficient modes of transport in the sense that you use up a lot more road space to carry too few people rather as compared to, let's say, using a mass transport option such as a bus. The survey actually has gone and talked to a few thousand people who actually are commuting to Hinjewadi every day, and they have collected raw data, analyzed it, and essentially come to the conclusion that the problem of congestion is significantly because we have a lot of vehicles, and even more hearteningly and very, very encouragingly from our point of view, that most people are very open to the idea of shifting to bus service, especially a government provided bus service, as long as it meets certain very simple criteria such as a reasonable frequency, let's say 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the evenings, good quality and reliability. So it's not that something extraordinary is being asked for by the people. Only if these simple demands are met, they are very happy to shift to a government bus service, which actually is very counterintuitive and flies in the face of what many people believe in the city, which is that the software people, the so-called aristocracy of the modern world, will not travel by government buses. They will only want to travel by their own cars and two-wheelers, and in fact preferably cars. What the survey has done is completely debunked that myth, which is excellent and which is very encouraging, and which essentially shows that people are, after all, rational human beings who will make